أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. إنا أنزلنا التوراة فيها هدى ونور يحكم بها النبيون الذين أسلموا للذين هادوا والربانيون والأحبار بما استحفظوا من كتاب الله وكانوا عليه شهداء فلا تخشوا الناس واخشوني ولا تشتروا بآياتي ثمنا قليلا ومن لم يحكم بما أنزل الله فأولئك هم الكافرون. وكتبنا عليهم فيها أن النفس بالنفس والعين بالعين والأنف بالأنف والأذن بالأذن والسن بالسن والجروح قصاص فمن تصدق به فهو كفارة له ومن لم يحكم بما أنزل الله فأولئك هم الظالمون. وقفينا على آثارهم بعيسى بن مريم مصدقا لما بين يديه من التوراة وآتيناه الإنجيل فيه هدى ونور ومصدقا لما بين يديه من التوراة وهدى وموعظة للمتقين. وليحكم أهل الإنجيل بما أنزل الله فيه ومن لم يحكم بما أنزل الله فأولئك هم الفاسقون. وأنزلنا إليك الكتاب بالحق مصدقا لما بين يديه من الكتاب ومهيمنا عليه فاحكم بينهم بما أنزل الله ولا تتبع أهواءهم عما جاءك من الحق لكل جعلنا منكم شرعة ومنهاجا ولو شاء الله لجعلكم أمة واحدة ولكن ليبلوكم فيما آتاكم فاستبقوا الخيرات إلى الله مرجعكم جميعا فينبئكم بما كنتم فيه تختلفون. وأن احكم بينهم بما أنزل الله ولا تتبع أهواءهم واحذرهم أن يفتنوك عن بعض ما أنزل الله إليك فإن تولوا فاعلم أنما يريد الله أن يصيبهم ببعض ذنوبهم وإن كثيرا من الناس لفاسقون. أفحكم الجاهلية يبغون ومن أحسن من الله حكما لقوم يوقنون. صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. This next ruku of Surah Al-Ma'idah basically talks about three books that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent. Inna anzalna at-Tawrah. It starts with the discussion of Tawrah, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that we sent down Tawrah, and this was fiha hudan wa nur. That was a righteous book, and there was a nur. Yahkum biha an-nabiyyun alladhina aslamu. Through that, Nabiyyun, or the prophets of Allah, it was used by the prophets, and there was guidance by which the prophets, and not only the prophets, but alladhina aslamu lilladhina hadu wal rabbaniyun wal ahbar. Those people, the Anbiya of the Torah, there was guidance for them, and these people submitted themselves to Allah, so in a way they were Muslims, and they used to judge for the Jews لِلَّذِينَ هَادُوا وَالرَّبَّانِيُّونَ وَالْأَحْبَارُ بِمَا اسْتُحْفِظُوا مِنْ كِتَابِ اللَّهِ. And from among the Jews, they're Rabbani and Ahbar. So Rabbani also refers to pious people, and Ahbar also refers to pious people, but there's a slight subtle hint. Rabbani are those who are attached with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whose inclination is about their connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Ahbar is, in common knowledge, a person who has knowledge of the Sharia or ilm of Sharia. So they are not separate from each other. You cannot connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without following the Sharia, and you cannot follow the Sharia without having a strong connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But here in this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given a slight hint by calling the first people whose focus is in connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as Rabbani, and whose focus is knowledge of deen as Ahbar. So these people, the Anbiya, and these people who are Rabbani and Ahbar, who are righteous and who safeguarded the Kitab, they based their judgments and stood guard over these books. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had given the responsibility of the protection of the book of Torah to people. So their Anbiya and some of their Rabbani ulama, they stood guard over that book. So now you people, the Jews of this time, فَلَا تَخْشَوُا النَّاسِ, your predecessors did it. So you should also not fear people. فَلَا تَخْشَوُا النَّاسِ, that you fear people and change the words of Torah. وَخْشَوْن, but fear me, fear Allah. وَلَا تَشْتَرُوا بِآيَاتِ ثَمَنًا قَلِيلًا, and do not sell my ayat for a very, very paltry, very petty price. So every price is petty compared to the book of Allah. The book of Allah, the command of Allah, the word of Allah cannot be sold for anything. So that which you are doing, that you are, this example was clear before everyone, that they changed the word of Allah and then they agreed, they accepted that we have changed the word of Allah that was in Torah. Similarly, you have changed because of fear of people and because of your wealthy financial benefit, you have changed the word of Allah where Allah has commanded you to believe in the final prophet of Allah in the book of Torah. So do not do this. وَمَنْ لَمْ يَحْكُمْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْكَافِرُونَ, and those people who do not judge according to their book, according to what Allah has given to them, has descended upon them, فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْكَافِرُونَ, then they are disbelievers. They are disbelievers. They have no claim over belief. Just like, unlike the Jews who are doing that. وَكَتَبْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ, and in that book, in that Torah, وَكَتَبْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ, we had written for them, we had prescribed for them, أَنْ فِيهَا أن النفس بالنفس والعين بالعين والأنف بالأنف والأذن بالأذن والسن بالسن والجروح قصاص. All of these qisas. So nafs bin nafs, a soul would be taken in lieu of a soul. والعين بالعين, an eye for an eye. والأنف بالأنف, and a nose for a nose. والأذن بالأذن, and an ear for an ear. والسن بالسن, and a tooth for a tooth. All of this is clearly written in your book. والجروح قصاص, and for the juruh means the wounds, injuries, all of these equal retaliation is written in your books. Then why did you change it? فَمَنْ تَصَدَّقَ بِهِ فَهُوَ كَفَّارَةٌ لَهُ. So those people, if the hurt party, the party who has taken the damage, received the damage, they let go of it, they forgive it, then it will be an expiation. Then there is forgiveness. وَمَنْ لَمْ يَحْكُمْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الظَّالِمُونَ, and those who do not judge according to what Allah has sent down, so without forgiveness, they let go or reduce the punishment, then فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الظَّالِمُونَ, these are unjust people. وَقَفَّيْنَا عَلَىٰ آثَارِهِمْ, now similarly for the Christians as well. وَقَفَّيْنَا عَلَىٰ آثَارِهِمْ بِعِيسَى بْنِ مَرْيَمَ مُصَدِّقًا لِمَا بَيْنَ يَدَيْهِ مِنَ التَّوْرَاةِ وَآتَيْنَاهُ الْإِنْجِيلَ فِيهِ هُدًى وَنُورٌ وَمُصَدِّقًا لِمَا بَيْنَ يَدَيْهِ مِنَ التَّوْرَاةِ وَهُدًى وَمَوْعِظَةً لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. Essentially Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that we similarly gave Injil to Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, and that book also confirmed the teachings of Torah. And وَآتَيْنَاهُ الْإِنْجِيلَ فِيهِ هُدًى وَنُورٌ, again this Injil was also guidance and nur from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in its own time. وَمُصَدِّقًا لِمَا بَيْنَ يَدَيْهِ مِنَ التَّوْرَاةِ, and it also confirmed the Torah that was revealed before it. وَهُدًى وَمَوْعِظَةً لِلْمُتَّقِينَ, it was in its time a guidance for people. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here is confirmed that these books were also from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now the question comes that why would Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if the same book is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Torah is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Injil is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then in the next ayah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has talked about Quran, that is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so why three different books? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told the wisdom about it. That is the reason why we are doing the full ruku together. وَلْيَحْكُمْ أَهْلَ الْإِنْجِيلِ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ فِيهِ, and the people of Injil, Ahlul Injil bima anzalallahu ilayk, they must judge according to what Allah has sent down upon them. And what is the judgment given in it? That when the final prophet comes, you have to believe in him. وَمَنْ لَمْ يَحْكُمْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْفَاسِقُونَ, and those people who do not judge according to, do not decide, and do not act according to their book, فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْفَاسِقُونَ, they are the sinners. وَأَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكَ الْكِتَابَ, now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking the Prophet, addressing the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, وَأَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكَ الْكِتَابَ, and we have sent down to you, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, al-kitab, the book, which refers to the Quran, بِالْحَقِّ مُصَدِّقًا لِمَا بَيْنَ يَدَيْهِ مِنَ الْكِتَابِ وَمُهَيْمِنًا عَلَيْهِ. So we have sent down upon you the book with truth, confirming the book before it, which is the Injil. وَمُهَيْمِنًا عَلَيْهِ, and in fact this Quran is the guardian of the Injil and the Bible. Because these people who were given the Injil, the Bible and the Torah, they changed the words, so they did not protect it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down the Quran, which is in reality a protection and a guardian for those books as well, their true teachings as well. فَحْكُمْ بَيْنَهُمْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ, so judge between them, between these people, between all people. بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ, based on what has been given to you by Allah. وَلَا تَتَّبِعْ أَهْوَاءَهُمْ عَمَّا جَاءَكَ مِنَ الْحَقِّ, and do not do not, just like the Jews are doing or the Christians are doing, do not follow the desire against the truth that has come to you. And this was the way of the Prophet ﷺ. So this is basically an affirmation that what you have been doing is absolutely the right and the best way to do it, that you do not let your desire come in the way of judgments based on the book of Allah. Therefore, you are the best and better compared to the Jews and the Christians, and closer to belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the closest to in obedience to the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this takes us to the reason why there's 3 different books. لِكُلٍّ جَعَلْنَا مِنْكُمْ شِرْعَةً وَمِنْهَاجًا وَلَوْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ لَجَعَلَكُمْ أُمَّةً وَاحِدَةً وَلَكِنْ لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ فِي مَا آتَاكُمْ فَاسْتَبِقُوا الْخَيْرَاتِ إِلَى اللَّهِ مَرْجِعُكُمْ جَمِيعًا فَيُنَبِّئُكُمْ بِمَا كُنْتُمْ فِيهِ تَخْتَلِفُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said that for each of you we have made a law. So for Jews there was a law, for Christians there was a law and a method. Minhaja. وَلَوْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ لَجَعَلَكُمْ أُمَّةً وَاحِدًا. Had Allah willed, had Allah wished, وَلَوْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ لَجَعَلَكُمْ أُمَّةً وَاحِدًا. Allah would have made all of you the same. So basically given you one book, one prophet, all of you be the same. وَلَكِنْ لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ فِي مَا آتَاكُمْ. But Allah wants to test you with what He gives you. So the reality of deen, the reality of ibadat is to obey, Those who do not grasp this point, they are putting their desire above obedience. In every time, for the Jews, for the Christians, and for the Muslims, the real deal, the real core is to obey the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, when the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was the Torah, you have to obey it. But when Injil came, Allah wanted to test people that do they obey me or do they obey their ways, their desires. So, if you are, for one, you are following a book, you've gotten used to it, okay. Second, you have changed that book. You have reduced the rulings. Now, in giving you a new Sharia, a new Nabi, a new book, there is a test for you. That do you want to supersede the command of Allah with your desire, or do you want to give in to the command of Allah and follow the new book? Similar is the case with the Quran. And the Quran is the final book, because the Quran proves that it is a true book from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and in that true book Allah has said that this is the last Nabi and this is the last book, and this is the completion of all Shara'i. فَاسْتَبِقُوا الْخَيْرَاتِ. So leave your desires and run towards the best thing, the good things. Try to excel each other in good deeds. إِلَى اللَّهِ مَرْجِعُكُمْ جَمِيعًا. You are all going to return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَيُنَبِّئُكُمْ بِمَا كُنْتُمْ فِيهِ تَخْتَلِفُونَ. Allah will tell you clearly, Allah will open it to you, what you dispute about today. وَأَنِحْكُمْ بَيْنَهُمْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ وَلَا تَتَّبِعْ أَهْوَاءَهُمْ. So we order you, the Prophet ﷺ, to judge between them بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ, based on the Quran, what Allah has given to you. وَلَا تَتَّبِعْ أَهْوَاءَهُمْ وَاحْذَرْهُمْ أَنْ يَفْتِنُوكَ عَنْ بَعْضِ مَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ إِلَيْكَ. So judge between them according to what Allah has sent down to you. Do not follow their desire. وَلَا تَتَّبِعْ أَهْوَاءَهُمْ وَاحْذَرْهُمْ. And beware, be warned, أَنْ يَفْتِنُوكَ عَنْ بَعْضِ مَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ إِلَيْكَ, that they will try to turn you away from some of what Allah has sent down to you. And this was their constant struggle, that if they cannot, na'uzubillah, turn the Sahaba and the Prophet ﷺ away totally from the deen, then they will try in different ways to give deals to the Prophet ﷺ, that you somehow partially accept our deen and partially stick to your deen, so make a deal with us, na'uzubillah. So beware that they will try to do this, and do not be agonized by it, because these people, they are like that, they will do it. فَإِن تَوَلَّوْا فَاعْلَمْ أَنَّمَا يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ أَن يُصِيبَهُم بِبَعْضِ ذُنُوبِهِمْ. And if they turn away, when you decide they turn away, be assured that Allah intends to make them suffer for some of their sins. The reason why they are doing these sins is, these sins particularly, what are those sins? These sins are of two kinds. One, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala punishes them in this dunya, which is when they are your dhimmi, when they are under your protection and under a contract from you, they are bound to obey your command, but they will not do it. So they will be punished in this world. So the Jews were punished, they were expelled from their lands because they will not live peacefully, they were killed, their lands were grabbed, they were pushed out of their land. Why? Because they would just simply not learn to live peacefully with others. فَعْلَمْ أَنَّمَا يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ. This is their punishment in the world. And then in the hereafter there is Jahannam for them. وَإِنَّ كَثِيرًا مِنَ النَّاسِ لَفَاسِقُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is consoling the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that most people, إِنَّ كَثِيرًا مِنَ النَّاسِ, most people in all time are fasiqun, are sinners. Pious people compared to the non-pious or disobedient people are always few. أَفَحُكْمَ الْجَاهِلِيَّةِ يَبْغُونَ. It is then the judgment of the days of ignorance that they seek. وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ مِنَ اللَّهِ حُكْمًا لِقَوْمٍ يُوقِنُونَ. And so they seek a judgment. So these people had come to the Prophet ﷺ seeking a leniency from the Prophet ﷺ, while they knew that the Torah has something very different. And that Torah is the hukum of Allah. And now they are coming to a Nabi of Allah to ask the right command of Allah. How do they expect this Nabi to tell you the order of a day of Jahiliyyah? This is such a stupid, illogical thing to do, that you are coming to a Nabi of Allah and you know what is the command of Allah and you are expecting this Nabi to give a command of days of ignorance. وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ مِنَ اللَّهِ حُكْمًا لِقَوْمٍ يُوقِنُونَ. Who is better than judgment than Allah for a people who believe? And the people who believe, they take the judgment of Allah, that they listen through the Prophet ﷺ. Therein is multiple folds of proof that the Prophet ﷺ is the righteous and true Nabi, because he is telling you the exact command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that command that has come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. اللهم اجعلنا من أهل القرآن الذي أهلك وخاصتك. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم، وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. صلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. آمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.